to Fast Solution. I know exams are just around the corner, and the subject like design analysis and algorithm sound like heavy. It's making you all nervous. Don't worry, cuz you are in the right place, guys. In this video, we are going to revise all 5 units of DA subject in fast, simple and exam oriented. We shall focus on the most important concept, frequently asked previous year questions, the numerical pattern that DBA2 has been asked repeatedly in examinations or doing the last minute preparation before the exam. In this video is designed to help you cover the high scoring topics quickly and effectively. You all right. Let's begin with the unit 1, Introduction to Algorithm. First of all, you should clearly understood what an algorithm is, importance, fundamental properties and etc. Question based on this basis are oftenly asked in examination. So make sure you remember them properly. Now let's move to the one of the most important topic of this unit, that means asymptotic notation. This is the favorite topic of you should be able to explain the three main asymptotic notation along with their mathematical expression and graphical representation. First is big O notation, which is represent the upper bound or worst case complexity of the algorithm. The second one is omega notation, which is represent the lower bound or best case complexity. Third one is theta notation, which is represent the tight bound and generally used to describe the average performance of an algorithm. Next come recursion relation. You can almost expect the question from this topic in your exam. While studying recursion relation, pay special attention to the master theorem because it is frequently used to solve recursion equation effectively. DBA2 oftenly modify the value of f of n to n squared or n cube. So make sure you practice all three cases of the master theorem before your exam to build both max heap and mean heap structure, understood the insertion process and know the complete heap sort algorithm. Also remember these important points. The all overall time complexity of heap sort is order of n log of n. With that we completed unit 1. Now let's move to the unit 2, that means divide and conquer technique. The basic idea behind the divide and conquer approach is very simple. First, you divide a large problem into smaller problems into sub problems. Then we solve those sub problems recursively, and finally we combine their solution and we got our final result. The most important algorithm in this unit is merge sort and quick sort. DBA2 frequently asks students to write their algorithm, explain their working and compare them in examination. Let's start it with a merge sort. Merge sort using an auxiliary arrays while sorting the element. One of the biggest advantage is that its time complexity remains same in all cases, whether it is best case, whether it is average case or worst case. The time complexity of merge sort is order n log of n. Now let's talk about quicksort. Quicksort working using partition functions, which is selected a pivot element and arranging the array accordingly. In the best and average cases, quicksort also perform with a time complexity of order n log of n. However, it is worst case complexity become order of n squared. This is a very important exam point. Another high scoring topic of this unit is Streisand matrix multiplication. In this traditional matrix multiplication method, the time complexity is order of n cubed. Streisand algorithm is improves there by reducing the number of multiplication from 8 to 7. You should always be prepared for numerical problems involving 2 by 2 matrix using Streisand's formula, as they are commonly asked in examination. With that, we completed unit 2, divide and conquer techniques. Now let's move ahead. That means on unit 3, backtracking and branch or now let's move on the unit 3, backtracking and branch or bound. In this unit cover the most important problem solving techniques, that means backtracking and branch or bound. One of the most frequently asked theory questions in DBATO exams is the comparison between these two approach. So make sure you all guys understood that difference clearly. Let's begin with backtracking. Backtracking explore the state space tree using depth first search or DFS approach. Whenever a solution volatile, the give constraint that branch is immediately discarded and the algorithm backtracks to explore their other possible solution. Now let's look at the most important and repeatedly asked problem for this unit. First one is n-queen problem. This problem is commonly asked as a 4-queen problem and 8-queen problems. In this problem, queen must be placed on chessboard in such a way that no two queens attacks in each other. You should know how to draw the state space tree and show to step-by-step placement of queens. The second important problem is the sum of subset problems. Here you are give the set of weights as your goal is to find all possible combination whose sum is exactly equals to target value of n. Third topic is graph coloring problem. In this problem, coloring are assigned to the vertices of the graph in such a way that no two adjacent vertices have the same color. You should understood the concept of M coloring and be able to solve related examples. Finally, we have to traveling salesman problems, common most important numerical problems in this unit. Using this branch and bound techniques, you may require the calculations, cost matrices and determine the optimal route with the minimum possible cost. Make sure you practice at least one complete numerical example of TSF before your examination, as it is favorite topic of previous year topic of all questions paper. With this, we complete our unit 3, that means backtracking and branch or bound. Now let's get started with unit number 4, greedy algorithm. The greedy technique is based on a simple idea. At every step, you make this locally optimal choice, hoping that it will lead to the global optimal solution. The unit is highly important for numerical questions, and there are three major problems patterns are frequently appear in DBATO examinations. Let's start it with a fractional knapsack problem. In this problem, we calculate the profit to weight ratio, also known as the P by W ratio. For each atoms, the atoms are then arranged in descending order of this ratio. Unlike some other approach, atoms can be divided into fractional. We keep selected atoms or fractional of atoms until the knapsack reaches its maximum capacity, allowing it to achieve the highest possible profit. The second important topic is Huffman coding. This is one of the important or most predictable numerical question in exam. You must be able to give the set of characteristics along with their frequencies, their process being with a selecting the two characteristics with the lowest frequency and combining them into new node. This process continue until a complete binary tree is formed. After constructing the tree, 0 is ascending to the left branch, 1 is ascending to the right branch, helping us to generate a final Huffman tree. This third major topic is job sequencing with deadlines. In this problem, each job has been associated profit and deadlines. The jobs are sorted according to profit and each job is scheduled as close to its deadline as possible in the order of maximum to the total profit. Apart from this numerical problem, these are also some very important graph algorithm that is must. You need also study crucial algorithm and prism algorithm, both which is used to constrain a minimum spanning tree. These algorithms are regularly asked in previous year question papers and are considered highly important for the examination point of view. This we completed our unit number 4. That means now let's move on the final unit. Unit number 5, dynamic programming and NP completeness. This unit is divided into two major sections, dynamic programming and NP completeness. Let's begin with the dynamic programming. A common exam question is difference between dynamic programming and divide and conquer. In divide and conquer, we solve independently subproblems separately and then combine their solution. However, in dynamic programming is used when problems contain overlapping subproblems and optimal substructures and properties. Instead of solving the same problems repeatedly, dynamic programming stores previously complete result in the table, which help to reduce computational time and improve their efficiency. Let's look at the most important long answer question from the solution. The first one is longest common subsequence, commonly known as LCS. In this problem, you should know how to construct the alignment table, fill the values step by step, and determine the longest common subsequence between two strings. The next important topic are Floyd-Warshall algorithm and Bellman-Ford algorithm. Both is important shortest path algorithms and are frequently asked in examination. Among them, Floyd-Warshall is especially most important because it finds the shortest path between all pairs of vertices using dynamic programming approach. Now let's move on the theoretical section of this unit. NP completeness. This topic is completely definitional based and DBA2 regularly asks theory questions from this section. You should clearly understood the difference between class P, class NP and NP complete problem. Class P contains of problem that can be solved by deterministic Turing machines and polynomial time. Class NP constant the problems whose solution can be verified in polynomial time by a non-deterministic machine. Any problems in NP can be reduced to an NP complete problem in polynomial time. One of the important theorem you must remember is Cook's theorem. Cook's theorem provides the satisfied problems, also known as SAT, in the NP complete problem. This theorem is frequently mentioned in university exams, so make sure you remember it must. And with that, we complete our unit number 5. That means dynamic problem programming and NP completeness. Completed our fast revision of all 5 units of design analysis and algorithm. From algorithm basic and divide and conquer to backtracking, greedy techniques, dynamic programming, and NP completeness. We covered those all important concepts which is frequently asked in previous year question and high profitable exam topic that you should focus on before your exam. Remember, smart revision is always better than random studying. Focus on the understanding the concept, practice important numericals, and make sure you go through with previous year question papers before your examination. If you found this video is helpful, if you want solve PDF notes and detailed solution for important numerical problems, be sure to check the link provided in the description box. Share this video with your classmates and college groups so that make student can be benefit from this revision. Thank you for watching and all the very best for your examination. Studying consistently, study confidently, believe on your preparation and give your best efforts in the exam hall. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing and keep exploring. See you in the next video. Bye bye. Take care. See ya.